Why you keep talking about the age of Aisha? Yeah. Jesus said in Matthew 23. Can you read it for us, please? Oh, you're a cram, bro. Come on.
No, listen. Your God, Allah, decreed that I would embarrass you. So don't be upset at Allah's decree.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. We'll see. We'll see.
What about Matthew 23?
Can you read it for us, please?
Well, do you know what the topic is that we're talking about?
Yeah, but like I just want to go like on the age of Aisha first.
What's the topic that we're? Oh, you want to talk about the age of Aisha?
Jesus in Matthew 23 said you have to follow the Pharisees and the teachers of the law because they said.
No, you're lying. You're lying.
Okay, open Matthew 23.
Finish it. Matthew 23.
Okay. Yes, I will finish it. Let me finish that. Let me talk first.
Take it easy. Stop marking the Quran. You read it all the way, Matthew 23 to 34. The same Jesus says, what they tell you from Moses, you do. But then he says, I will send you. You want me to finish or you want to bark Quran? I will send you prophets. So I'm going to use Jesus to bury you and your Quran because your Quran does come from the Talmud, which is.
I mean, have some respect. Have some respect. Okay,
well, your prophet had no respect.
I'll explain it to you.
Decreed for me to disrespect you. Zip it.
Okay.
Now open up Matthew 23 for him.
Open Matthew 23, please. Yeah.
Take it easy.
That's what Jesus teach you? Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
No, that's what I'm following you, son of your prophet. Take it easy.
Yeah. We'll see.
Why am I going to bury this pagan for lying about Jesus?
Read the beginning.
Read the
beginning. Read the beginning, yeah.
Don't worry, when the beginning's going to be janazah for your prophet. Take it easy. Don't manifest. Lick the black stone a little bit. Calm down.
So it says, then Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, the scribes and the Pharisees sit on Moses' seat. So do and observe whatever they tell you, but not the works they do. For they preach, but do not practice. They tie up heavy burdens, hard to bear, and lay them on people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to move them with their finger. They do all their deeds to be seen by others, for they make their phylacteries broad and their fringes long. And they love the place of honor at feasts and the best seats in the synagogues and greetings in the marketplaces and being called rabbi by others. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher. You are all brothers. And call no man your father on earth, for you have one Father who is in heaven. Neither be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Christ. The greatest among you shall be your servant. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. But woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites.
That's right. Like Muhammad, the Munafiq. Keep going.
For you shut the kingdom of heaven in people's faces, for you neither enter yourselves.
Now, Logic, before you finish, I'm just talking at him because he thought he read Matthew and understood it. So if they shut the kingdom in people's faces, he wants us to believe that Jesus is saying, now follow them into hell.
Follow what they say about Moses. Do not follow them because they are
follow. No, he didn't say what they say. He goes, when they sit in the Moses seat, do what they say, because that means when they quote Moses.
Yes.
Keep reading.
Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you travel across the sea and land to make a single proselyte. And when he becomes a proselyte, you make him twice as much a child of hell as yourselves. Woe to you, blind guides, who say, if anyone swears by the temple, it is nothing. But if anyone swears by the gold of the temple, he is bound by his oath. You blind fools, for which is greater? Dang, Jesus, the gold or the temple that has made the gold sacred? And you say, if anyone swears by the altar, it is nothing. But if anyone swears by the gift that is on the altar, he is bound by his oath. You blind men, dang, Jesus, for which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred? So whoever swears by the altar swears by it and by everything on it. And whoever swears by the temple swears by it and by him who dwells in it. And whoever swears by heaven swears by the throne of God and by him who sits upon it. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you tithe mint and dill, cumin, and have neglected the weightier matters of the law, justice and mercy and faithfulness. These you ought to have done without neglecting the others. You blind guides, straining out a gnat and swallowing a camel. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you clean the outside of the cup and the plate, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. You blind Pharisee, first clean the inside of the cup and the plate, that the outside also may be clean. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs, which outwardly appear beautiful, but within are full of dead people's bones and uncleanliness. So you also outwardly appear righteous to others, but within you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you build the tombs of the prophets and decorate the monuments of the righteous, saying, if we had lived in the days of our fathers, we would not have taken part with them in shedding the blood of the prophets. Thus you witness against yourselves that you are that you are sons of those who murdered the prophets. Fill up then the measure of your fathers, you serpents, you brood of vipers. How are you to escape being sentenced to hell? Therefore, I send you prophets and wise men and scribes, some of whom.
Hey, dude, can you mute your mic with the noise in the background?
Yeah, you paying attention, Muhammad?
Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead. My bad.
Stop playing. But
so therefore, I send you prophets and wise men and scribes, some of whom you will kill and crucify.
Wait, Jesus does what? He sends prophets?
Jesus sends the prophets and the scribes and the wise men.
Prophets. Okay, Richard, come back to that. But go ahead.
Only God does, I think. Some of whom you will kill, crucify, and some you will flog in your synagogues and persecute from town to town, so that on you may come all the righteous blood shed on earth, from the blood of righteous Abel to the blood of Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, whom you murdered between the sanctuary and the altar. Truly, I say to you, all these things will come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that killed the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. How often would I have gathered your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you were not willing. See, your house is left to you desolate. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.
So bring up your objection from Genesis or whatever it is, so I can have a field day at your expense. Go ahead.
Which I'm not going to do.
Okay, because you said Moses. Bring up your point. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
I did not say Moses. Okay, I just read the verse to you. Okay, now I sent a link. I want you to open it, please.
What's that got to do with the context where Jesus condemns Pharisees like he condemned Muhammad?
Okay, Jesus said, follow the teachers of the law because they sit in Moses'
No,
seat.
That's not what he said.
Okay.
You just read it in front of you.
Let's assume he didn't say. Okay, can you please open the link? Open the Mishnah.
No, because the Mishnah is written when?
Before Jesus.
Give me the actual scholar data that says the Mishnah is before Jesus.
Okay.
Bro. When was the Mishnah written?
I don't care when. I don't know when
no, we do. See, then why'd you lie? You said before Christ. It's after Christ, you son of Muta. That's number one. Number two, where did Jesus say, follow the Mishnah when he says, when they sin on the law of Moses, do what they say, meaning when they read the law of Moses, and then the very chapter condemned them to hell for being like your prophet.
First, I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about this. First, listen to me, okay? Listen, let me say something.
We're listening.
First. Okay, Jesus said, follow the teachers of the law and the Pharisees.
Did he say that, Chef?
Because they sit in Moses' seat.
No, right? Moses' seat doesn't mean follow what they say. It says they sin Moses because they read the Torah.
Okay, so you just quoted Rashi earlier, right?
Mishnah is not Torah.
I know.
You understand? I know you want to be ummi. Is Mishnah the Torah?
No, listen.
So, get to the point before we send you to Mecca to
kiss Muhammad, how if Jesus is telling them because they're sitting on Moses' seat, so do and observe what they tell you from Moses' seat, meaning the Torah, what does the Mishnah have to do with this?
Exactly.
Okay, I sent you something. Can you please open it?
Yeah, he wants to open something. He thinks he's going to justify Muhammad.
That doesn't answer the question.
No. Okay, look, earlier you quoted Rashi.
Good. You mentioned Rashi, right?
Okay. Yes.
Number one, let me refute you because I know part of the sunnah is to be ummi. I didn't quote Rashi because I agree with Rashi. I quote Rashi to show that he believes Daniel 7 is about King Messiah, which means if you believe Jesus Messiah, then that means Daniel 7 is saying Messiah is Muhammad's God. No, I don't. Rashi's on my authority. Jesus is.
Okay, let's assume it's not your authority.
Stop talking. Calm down. Breathe. Number two, the Mishnah, you lied. You said it's before Christ, after Christ.
I didn't lie.
The very chapter you quoted, Jesus said, these Pharisees and teach law are like Muhammad. They are sons of the devil. They are hypocrites. And Jesus said he's going to send us prophets that we're going to follow him, not them. So thank you for quoting a verse that says that we don't follow Muhammad because he's not a prophet sent by Jesus. So what's your point now?
Muhammad, what does the Mishnah have to do with this when he's not telling them to follow the Mishnah?
He's not telling them to follow the Mishnah. He was telling them about the age of consent back then. And he said in the Mishnah, the age of consent, like before the Jews,
Stop. The reason why I'm stepping in here is because you had us read Matthew 23.
I did not read it. He told you to read it, not me.
No, but you quoted, you're the one who quoted.
You got to record it here, you son of Muta. You lied again.
That's enough. I don't know why these guys come on here as if we're not recording. You just said you're the one who came up here and you mentioned Matthew 23, the reference where Jesus, and you misquoted him, by the way, where he says as they sit on the seat of Moses, do as they do and observe what they tell you. And you tried to, you misquoted him to try to say that Jesus said you have to follow the Pharisees. Sam caught you on that lie. He caught you on your lie when you said that the Mishnah was before Christ. But no, it's after Christ.
Yes, 200 AD.
Now I'm asking you, what does this have to do? What does the Mishnah have to do with what Jesus said here, which was your first reference? And you said you didn't quote Matthew 23.